Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to honor a great American, a dear friend of the Western New York community, the city of Buffalo, and my family, Tommy Cowan. Tommy passed away unexpectedly last Monday, May 6th, at the age of 44, leaving an irreplaceable hole in our hearts. Tommy was a one-of-a-kind soul, friendly, charitable, hardworking, and caring, with a vivacious personality and a beaming smile. His love for life and his community was constantly on display through his generosity for others. He always looked out for the little guy and would lift up anyone who needed a helping hand. Buffalo is known as the city of good neighbors, and Tommy served as a shining example of that. In 2022, Buffalo was struck by one of the worst blizzards in our history, paralyzing the city and costing the lives of dozens of Buffalonians. During this terrible storm, Tommy strapped on his skis, made his way to one of his restaurants, and got cooking for the first responders. Food was delivered to firehouses, police stations, and hospitals, keeping those heroes fed as they fought desperately to save lives in the middle of an emergency. He didn't have to do that, put his own safety at risk for the betterment of others, but for Tommy, that was just something that you do for the community. His service to the community and dedication to others earned him recognition from the Buffalo Police in 2019 when they presented him with the William Riemann Citizen of the Year Award. Tommy was a leader in the Western New York community with countless friends, but to me, he was my neighbor and part of my family. Growing up with my younger brother, Patrick, he was like a little brother to me. We watched each other grow up and our careers take off, supporting each other and cheering one another on along the way. He thrived in the hospitality industry, opening restaurants across Buffalo, 40 Thieves in the Elmwood Village, Patrick's Rooftop in downtown Buffalo, in our beloved neighborhood of South Buffalo, the legendary Doc Sullivan's, home of the famous Smitty Wings. He personified South Buffalo, and he proudly invested in our community, creating jobs and developing spaces that brought neighbors together over a pint and a few wings. It didn't matter if you were from South Buffalo. When you walked into Doc's, Tommy made you feel like you were from the neighborhood. He knew how to create more than a restaurant. He created an experience. Each place had its own signature feel, but Tommy's character was woven throughout it. Last Friday, there was a standing room-only crowd that turned out for Tommy's funeral at Our Lady of Victory Basilica, a true testament to a man who made an impact on countless people. My sincere condolences and sympathies go out to his parents, Tom and Libby Cowan, his siblings, Aaron and Brian McElroy, and Kristen and Pat Lally, his nieces, nephews, and extended family. We are all better for knowing Tommy Cowan. May he rest in peace. Madam Speaker, I yield back.